abnormal. Now the second hormone is prolactin or PRL. Lactin word is from lactose sugar. And where lactose sugar is present? Yes, lactose sugar is present in milk. So prolactin or PRL hormone, it regulates the growth of mammary gland and formation of milk in them. Okay, now the next hormone is TSH or thyroid stimulating hormone. This hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone or TSH, as the name indicates, thyroid stimulating hormone, it means it stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormone from thyroid gland. Okay, so this thyroid stimulating hormone, it stimulates the synthesis and secretion of thyroid hormone from thyroid gland. Now the next is ACTH, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Adrenocorticotropic hormone, adreno, now from where it is derived? Adreno is from adrenal gland. Corticotropic means cortical hormones, okay, from the cortex region. So this adrenocorticotropic hormone, what is its function? That it stimulates synthesis and secretion of steroid hormone like glucocorticoid from the adrenal cortex region. We have done that adrenal gland, it consists of two regions, adrenal cortex and adrenal medulla. So this adrenocorticotropic hormone, it stimulates the synthesis and secretion of glucocorticoid from the adrenal cortex region of the adrenal gland. Next two hormones are follicle stimulating hormone FSH and luteinizing hormone LH. I told you that follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone, they are together known as gonadotrophin. Why they are known as gonadotrophin? Because they stimulate gonadal activity, means they stimulate the activity in the reproductive organs like testes and ovaries. Testes in case of male and ovaries in case of female. First of all, follicle stimulating hormone. Follicle stimulating hormone in case of male, along with male hormone or androgen, that is known as testosterone. Testosterone is male hormone. So follicle stimulating hormone and testosterone, they stimulate sperm formation in testes. Okay, so follicle stimulating, as the name indicates, follicle stimulating, follicle means cells. Okay, they are indicating towards the reproductive cells, that is the sperm and egg. So in case of male, follicle stimulating hormone along with testosterone, it stimulates the formation of sperms in testes. And second hormone is luteinizing hormone. And luteinizing hormone in case of male, it stimulates the synthesis and secretion of male hormone called androgen or testosterone from testes. Here it is given interstitial cell stimulating hormone. Why it is written? It is the name of the luteinizing hormone. You have to do only luteinizing hormone because luteinizing hormone, it stimulates the interstitial cells, and these interstitial cells present in the testes, they produce the male hormone testosterone. Now this testosterone along with follicle stimulating hormone, it stimulate and synthesize the, it help in the formation of sperm in the testes. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. Now in case of females, this follicle stimulating hormone, it stimulates the growth and development of the ovarian follicle, or we can say this follicle stimulating hormone, it stimulates the growth and development of egg or ova. Okay, so the egg, it is surrounded by a large number of layers. So the egg along with its layer, it is known as Graafian follicle. So the follicle stimulating hormone, it is responsible for the growth and development of ovarian or Graafian follicle, and it also stimulate ovaries to, or it also stimulate follicle stimulating hormone, it also stimulate ovarian follicle or Graafian follicle to produce hormone known as estrogen. Now, next hormone is luteinizing hormone. In case of female, this luteinizing hormone, it induces ovulation of fully mature ovarian follicle. What will happen? What is ovulation? When Graafian follicle, it releases out mature egg, that process is known as ovulation. So luteinizing hormone, it stimulates or it induces the ovulation of fully mature follicle, that is ovarian follicle or Graafian follicle. And after the release of egg, the leftover part of the Graafian follicle, it is known as corpus luteum. I hope it is clear to everyone. After the release of the egg, now you can see here that I told you this is Graafian follicle, and inside these are the layers along with egg, that is known as Graafian follicle. And the growth and development of Graafian follicle, it is stimulated by follicle stimulating hormone. When the egg inside the Graafian follicle matures, so next process will be ovulation. Ovulation means release of mature egg by the ovary. So ovulation take place under the hormone known as luteinizing hormone. So luteinizing hormone, it induces ovulation of fully mature Graafian follicle. And what will happen during ovulation? That the mature egg, it will be released out from the ovary, that is from the Graafian follicle, mature egg will be released. Now the leftover part of the Graafian follicle after the release of egg is known as corpus luteum. So what is the leftover part of Graafian follicle after release of egg known as? That is known as corpus luteum. And this corpus luteum, it is responsible for secretion of hormone known as progesterone. So progesterone, it is released by the corpus luteum. Okay, so ovaries, it is responsible during follicle stimulating hormone, it is responsible for egg formation and estrogen secretion. And luteinizing hormone, it is responsible for ovulation and progesterone secretion by corpus luteum. In some book, here also it is mentioned in luteinizing hormone that it is also responsible for estrogen secretion. But estrogen secretion is done only by the mature Graafian follicle. Once ovulation take place, corpus luteum, it will release only progesterone. I hope it is clear to everyone. So these were the hormones of the pars distalis, that is gonadotrophin, follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone, thyroid stimulating hormone, adrenocorticotropic hormone, somatotrophic or growth hormone. Somatotrophin is also known as growth hormone, and prolactin.